Our mission has always been patient first, do the right thing for the right purpose. If we do the same thing and we expect different outcome, it's insanity. If you don't have a digital footprint, all of these good stuff they're untouchable. You cannot possibly make any AI without having digital data.
Our coverage of Meeting on the Med in Rome is kindly sponsored by Solaris. I'm Federico Cittrich, reporting for Onyx live here in Rome at the Meeting on the Med. Today I am here with Alexander Seyf, CEO of Autolomous. Alexander, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Great to be here. I'm Autolomous CEO. I'm founder of the company back in 2019. Our mission is to help cell and gene therapy primarily until now to really have better growth and to make it more scalable. This life-saving medicine that not only can add additional life to a lot of patients, but also save them with incurable diseases. And our mission has always been patient first, do the right thing for the right purpose. And I'm very proud that today we have 22 clients worldwide, quite heavily focused in the US because of the progression that they have had in the past decades, but also we're expanding now our footing beyond cell and gene therapy to life sciences because our platform has capability that can be of use wider life sciences for that matter.
Alexander, we can say that Autolomous sits at the intersection between software and cell therapy. So what problem, again, are you trying to solve in the field with this?
We want to bring scalability to the cell and gene therapy to medicinal product. And one of the things that it's always prohibitive, especially with cell and gene therapy, is the cost. So they say, 70% of the offered price is actually cost of making it. So there's not much margin into the play, although it costs anything from 250,000 to 3 million, any currencies you choose. If it's dollars or euros, it's still very expensive. And for us to bring efficiency really from a manufacturing and supply chain, we can make it more accessible and more affordable and more scalable. And that's a kind of a main focus. So I would say our intention is really bring the digitization and modernization and ultimately robotisation to the play so we can have much more scalable from a scaling out rather than scaling up, because it's still personalized medicine.
Yes, and exactly on this, as also therapy scales, how important is it to have a standardized, digitalized system in place?
It's very, very important. So there are two pieces. Einstein used to say, if we do the same thing and we expect different outcome, it's insanity. Unfortunately for humanity, it takes a little bit of time to really understand that they're insanity. But now I believe that the industry has matured and really realized that we need to do things differently. We can make one thing at a time, and when it comes to rare and ultra-rare diseases, we have enough scientists to do it. But if you want to really go to modalities and to indications with higher population, we need to do more in scale. So it is very important for us to really be mindful about it. And therefore, the standardization is very, very important. We do not want to reinvent the wheel every time we do a CAR T for different indications. So they are part of that can be standardized. And actually, we are trying to do it. And in other settings that I'm involved in, Act for Hope, we have done the first attempt of it last year. So standardization is very important. People can offer different solutions. We need to come to coherent approach of digital is essential. It's a must, it's not good to have. And the sooner you start, the better is for you, the better is for the industry, and better ultimately for the patients.
Alexander, what do you think is a part of manufacturing process that people outside this space perhaps tend to underestimate?
I think the complexity and sensitivity, these are last resort for many patients. I mean, today is fourth, fifth line of treatment. And if something goes wrong, you don't have any second chance, right? And they don't really comprehend the sensitivity of this. You can manufacture many things and you can redo them, you can recall the batches and so forth, even medicinal product. That costs you, but it doesn't cost any lives. Here, each mistake can cost a life, and that's very sensitive. And we need to really realize that. People are involved, they're realizing it, but if you come from outside, you need to realize it.
Do you think this is something that you will also try to talk about here at MOMED?
Definitely. And one thing on that note I think is very relevant is we need to have the opportunity and the mindset to share our experiences. A lot of experiences ends up to be proprietary to us, and that's really good. Good on to people who have the IP and they need to protect it because it's a business decision. But a lot of things, a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that it doesn't result very well, we need to be open to share it. I would always use the example of aviation. You know, aviation, we introduced black box in 50s, 60s because it was not a matter of British Airways or Alitalia or somebody else that need to protect themselves or the accident. If something happens within aviation, it affects every single aviation provider. So therefore, we said, if something happens, it happens to all of us. So one for all for one. We all have within aviation our own proprietary way of treating customers and managing the whole overall structure. But if something has happened, need to be shared because need to be learned. And I believe strongly that we need to advocate for that in this industry. And I'm really afraid to say I don't see enough of that today.
And finally, Alexander, just to sum it up, looking ahead, what would a fully optimized, digitally enabled CCD manufacturing process actually look like from your perspective?
Realize you must have it. Secondly, take action today rather than tomorrow. Understand your problem and challenges before you outsource it. So really understand what are the things that prevents you to take the step. And when you understand it, you can outsource the solution, but do not outsource the problem. Because if you outsource the problem, it's going to come back to you again, right? It's like a dog you unleash, you know, they know you, they come back to you. So you definitely need to understand your problem, but take the step today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Today in the industry, we all are amazed about AI. We're all amazed about the robotisation. But guess what? If you don't have a digital footprint, all of these good stuff they're untouchable. You cannot possibly make any AI without having digital data.
Alexander, thank you very much for your insights and for staying with us.